Matteo, buongiorno.
Ciao, eccomi. Ciao.
My Italian's very limited, that's about it.
Ah, I hope it was not so limited.
No, I'm sorry.
We can talk Italian.
I thought it was polite though. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good, good. And well, congratulations on Pinocchio. It's such a beautiful film. It really is.
Thanks.
And I think it's a story that everybody thinks that they know.
Exactly.
And there's been quite a few versions of it as well. So why did you think the time was right for a new version?
Well, because as you said, it's a story that everybody thinks to know, but then watching the movie or reading the book, then they discover that it's different from what they thought or from what they remember. You know, the story, I don't know about you, but for me, when I read the book 4 or 5 years ago, I discovered a book full of character and part of the story that was completely unknown for me. So I thought that there was the possibility to make a version very, very close to the original book, to the root of the original book, and at the same time, remaining close to the original book, there was the possibility to do something unexpected for the audience. It can be a contradiction, but I don't know why. But every time that the other directors in the past approach Pinocchio, they wanted always to change, you know, the story, to give their vision, and sometimes, you know, they went in completely in another direction. So I wanted to try to be faithful to make a very Italian version of the classic masterpiece of Collodi. And I think that a story of Pinocchio, it's a very Italian story. So it was important that was an Italian director to make it.
You seem to like fairy stories, because I saw Tale of Tales as well. So did you read a lot of fairy tales and fairy stories when you were a youngster?
Well, I show you something that I have here to answer to you. You can see? You can see?
Yeah, yes.
What can you see?
All sorts of...
It's a storyboard of Pinocchio.
Yes, yeah.
See?
Yeah.
It's the story of Pinocchio, storyboard of Pinocchio that I have done at 6 years old. So
I was about to say, I thought it looked like it had been drawn by a child, and I thought, I don't know whether I should say that or not, in case it's not. You might not be happy with that.
Yeah.
So 6 years old.
Yes.
So Pinocchio was your favorite?
It took 44 years to make the movie. I'm 50. No, 51 now.
All good things are worth waiting for.
Yes, absolutely.
So Pinocchio was your favorite one then?
Yeah, well, I grew up with him, yes. Of course, when you are young, it's difficult. Don't have, you know, sympathy for this puppet that is always, you know, running away from every kind of effort or from the duty, you know, looking always for the pleasure, you know, for game, for enjoy, you know, the life, and also so weak to the temptation of the life, you know, in a way. So when I was young, of course, I feel empathy for this character. And then growing, I became father. I have a son of 11 years old that is like Pinocchio, completely like Pinocchio. So now I'm very close also to Gepetto. I understand Gepetto very well. So I can understand both, you know, in a way. So I'm still a part of me. There is still Pinocchio inside, but I'm also Gepetto. So I'm very happy that finally I could make this movie. That is a classic, you know. It's a very difficult movie because the book is so so rich, so deep. It's very easy for a filmmaker to lose himself. It's a labyrinth in a way, and it's very easy to lose yourself, you know, to yeah, to to lose yourself. That's it. That's the best way to say. So I worked 3 years on this project. We went back to the original material, especially I think the most important guide for me was the illustration of Enrico Mazzanti, that is the first illustrator of Pinocchio in the 1881, when Collodi was writing the book. He was writing every week, you know, for the kids every week. And so there was Mazzanti beside him, drawings, like a graphic novel.
Yeah.
So there was a dialogue between Collodi and Mazzanti. So for me, that drawings, that illustration was the most faithful to the original, you know, vision of Collodi. And I start from there. Then I went back to look for the paintings of that time. They were in Macchiaioli in Tuscany, that are a sort of impressionist, that they have been not lucky because they were in Italy instead of Paris. So no one knows the Macchiaioli, but everybody knows the impressionists. Yeah. But they were like impressionists before in Italy, you know, before the impressionists in France. And they were the painters that were very close to Collodi. And of course, also a long research of a picture and location. And it's been very long, but I love to go back, you know, to my country, to the poverty, you know, because the poverty in the story is one of the main characters, you know. So it was very important, you know, to go back to this atmosphere of farmer people looking for food, the cold of well. So I've been lucky also to have with me, beside me, Roberto Benigni, that comes from that world. He comes from poverty. He comes from Tuscany. The parents of Roberto were farmers, so he grew up in that atmosphere. So when he decided to play, you know, Gepetto, for me it was a dream come true, because no one better than him could be Gepetto, you know, because he bring a part of Italy that is disappearing now.
He's played Pinocchio before, though, hasn't he? So did you have to persuade him to play Gepetto, or was it very easy?
For him, it was a new challenge. It was completely different, the character. And I think for him to play Gepetto was in a way an opportunity to go back to his root, you know, in a way. So he really enjoyed the idea to work with me, and I learned a lot working with him, and he brought also his amazing capacity of be comic and dramatic, you know. In some moments can comic, some other thing. it was very important to make a story that could be also funny and for the kids, and at the same time, in other moments, scary and dark, and moment you can laugh, in other moment you can cry. That was, you know, trying to move, you know, the register of the. So Roberto and was amazing, you know, amazing this performance. He really changed himself, and it's like he went back to his small town. I said to you, you have to be like your brother that never moved from the small town of, that never won the Academy Awards, never.
Yeah.
You have to go back, you know, in the small town. Yeah.
The paintings and the drawings that you were talking about earlier,
Yeah.
was it because of them that you decided to go for prosthetics and makeup rather than using CGI? Because I've got to say, visually, it's fantastic, particularly the snail is just stunning.
Yeah, the prosthetics are made by Marc Coulier. That is, you know, is English.
Yeah.
But the concept, the drawings, are made by an Italian author for Pietro Scola. So they work together. I like to work with creatures that are materic. Then I like to make integration on CGI, on digital. But I like to have materic, you know, creator that can play on the set for real, you know, not only digital.
Yeah.
That's why we work on this direction. And for the kids, Pinocchio was really tough because he had 4 hours of makeup every day for 3 months. So for a kids of 8 years old,
Yeah,
it was really tough, really tough. So he was really strong and disciplined and determined. So it was exactly the opposite of Pinocchio. So he played a character that was exactly his opposite in a way.
Yeah. So how did you create the tuna fish then?
Well, we created the tuna fish with a part on prosthetics, part on CGI, the second part of the fish in CGI, the part of him is a costume with the face of the actor on prosthetics. And so also this character is a combination of CGI and prosthetics. And the actor was really playing on the.
He was so sad. He was so touching. He was so.
I love that character. I love that character. Really, so sweet.
Since the Oscars earlier this year, there's been a lot of discussion about subtitles, but you haven't gone for subtitles with this at all. You've actually dubbed the film, which is nowadays quite unusual. Why did you take that route?
Well, that's, I think, is very important, because we have to finally how can I say in English, to convince the audience that they can enjoy a movie also with a good dubbing. And we made tests, and the kids after 1 minute forgot that was a dubbing movie, and they enjoyed. We made tests in England, we made tests in the United States. In Italy, we are master on dubbing because we are used to dub the movie coming from England or America or United States in Italian. But this time we try to do the opposite way, because we believe that we can also give the possibility to the audience, especially for a film like Pinocchio, that is a family movie, for the kids to enjoy, you know, the movie without watching the subtitle. And we wanted to keep the Italianity of the movie, so we choose actors that were Italian but playing in English, you know, in a way that was quite fluent, not too difficult, but that you can feel the Italianity of the movie, you know, where it comes from. So I'm very you know, happy about the result. I was quite confident because I know that we in Italy we are very good on dubbing, and unfortunately the COVID create this tragic situation. So I don't know how many people will watch the movie in cinema, and of course I hope they will see the movie in cinema because visually the movie is it's very strong. The impact is very strong.
It does need a big screen.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm also sure that the kids and the family, when they will see the movie in English, they will feel, you know, they will enjoy like in Italian. When I saw the work, the dubbing finished, I almost preferred the English version than the Italian. So it was that really good. You know, I was so happy. We work a lot on this, but and I think this is also the best way finally to bring also the good or the quality movie to the market, not only art house market when you go in England or in the States, but also in a market wider. Of course, probably behind this there is the reason that the market, especially in the States, I don't know, maybe they don't want to let enter other movie, I don't know. I hope this will be the first movie that will go in English in the market for family, you know, not art house. That's the way that's why we believed, you know, in this dubbing, you know, in this and I hope you will tell to the audience that because when you make a movie for family, you know, for kids, they can see the movie with subtitle, you know, because if the kids are small, you know, they lose, you know, a lot of the movie. That's why we did all this work.
I really hope they love it because I most certainly did. Thank you very much indeed.
Yeah, we made some tests in England and where they were very positive. The audience, the kids really like it. So I'm confident.
Thank you, Matteo. Mille grazie. Ciao.
Ciao.